So I'm Ken Millward. I'm the, thank you. I'm the partners officer with 10. I've been with 10 for 9.5 years, almost 10 years. And I've been hidden away in the tech booth most of the day, just making sure everything was running smoothly. And thank you to Chris, who's been making sure everything's been working perfectly, technically wise. It's excellent. So I'm very pleased to be here with Petra. Petra, please introduce yourself and your family.
Okay, thank you for this opportunity. I'm really very, very grateful to God that I can be with you and celebrate together 60 years anniversary of 10. And I hope you will understand my English.
Yeah.
We'll try my best. Yes, I'm Petre Petrov, coming from North Macedonia, from city of Štip. I'm pastor of a local church, local Evangelical church there. And I'm also, this is fifth year as a president of the Evangelical church in Macedonia denomination. This is my wife, Daniela. And this is my older son, Ivan. We have another younger son. His name is Daniel. But tomorrow evening, he attend a big gospel concert in Skopje, and he is also involved in ministry. He is a worship leader in the church.
Wonderful. And would you like to share a bit about your journey into ministry for you personally, Petra?
Well, I met Jesus when I was 22 years old. I'm coming from Orthodox background, and God so powerfully touched my heart and changed my life. So since very beginning, the only desire that I have was to serve God. But it doesn't happen immediately, of course. I started to be involved in many different ways to serve in the local church. And I was a deacon, began to be a deacon, involved in church planting, in preaching, and later elder and youth leader. And God prepared me for about 15 years to be a senior pastor of the church. And then I was pastoring the church for the next 15 years. And after that, God called me to be a leader of the denomination as a president of the Evangelical Church. This is shortly.
Thank you so much. And Daniela, I'm going to come to you next, and I think Ivan will help to translate for you. Would you like to share what it's like to be a pastor's wife, and how did you come to faith? How did you come to know Jesus?
Јас сум Даниела.
My name is Daniela.
И точно пред 28 години
And before 28 years ago,
го запозна мојот сопруг
I get to meet my husband,
и он ми зборува за Бог.
and he told me about Jesus.
Кажа ми дека Бог може да биде мој спасител и мој исцелител.
He told me that God can be my savior and my healer,
И јас му поверува
and I trusted him.
и од тогаш понатаму Бог е со мене и
Since then, I start following God, and he is with me.
I was her boss at the working place.
Great. And do you want to share a bit about your role in the ministry, supporting Petra?
мојата служба е да го поддржувам мојот сопруг,
My service in the church is also first to support my husband,
поддршка нели да бидам.
to be a helper.
Една од службите е гостопримството.
Like what I want, like what I'm doing is the most is the hospitality,
И служба со жените сега.
and also women's ministry.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. And Ivan, do you want to share a little bit about your journey into ministry up to when you became more involved in the leadership in Štip?
Okay, my name is Ivan Petrov. I'm coming, as my father said, from North Macedonia, from Štip. Like, I grew up in a Christian home my whole entire life because my parents are pastors. But I had like that touch of God when I was 18 years old, like 6 years ago, because I'm 25 now, and like from then I decided to follow Jesus. I was living in the States for 2 years. I was studying Bible school. Then I went in Budapest in Hungary, working with YWAM, with Youth with a Mission. And before 1 year and 4 months, I started leading the church back home, in Evangelical Church Tip.
Thank you so much. And Petra, coming back to you, you've mentioned that you're the president of the Evangelical Church of Macedonia. How did that come about? That was actually in rather sad circumstances, wasn't it?
Yes, actually, our previous president unfortunately went to the Lord because of COVID. He had some health issues before also. That happened 2020. And somehow, even we know that with all his health issues, someday that would happen, but somehow, from nowhere for us. And after that, we come together, all about 22. We are 20. At that time was 22 ordained pastors, and then we decide that, of course, we will continue and to choose some of us to be a next leader. I never thought that I'm qualified for this. I even didn't imagine or didn't think that someone will vote for me, because we have so great leaders and pastors among us, more educated from me, more eloquent, more gifted, more intelligent in many ways, better than me. But somehow, when the voting happened, I was surprised even that my name started to show up on some list, And after this finished, brothers decide me. It was 1 year of transition for the first time, and after 1 year we have another voting, and about 80% of the pastors choose me to be the next official with full mandate president of the Evangelical Church. So even I thought in that moment for myself that I'm not good enough for this responsibility, but God knows the hearts. And what I learned in my journey with God, never to say no to God. And I accept every responsibility and ready to accept every time.
And you're saying it's a bit of a surprise to you, but I know actually God was preparing you. So when we first met you, when Mircea introduced you, you were working you were working in the church as the pastor, but you were also working in another job. What was that?
Yes, I was a manager. First, for many years, for about 16 years, I was manager of a textile company, production manager, and then I was manager for next 5 years, manager of a winery. But at the same time, when I became to be a pastor, senior pastor of the local church, I thought that maybe then God will call me in full-time ministry, because this one was my desire and my prayer to serve God with all my heart and all my time. But it happened, this prayer God listened after 25 years actually.
Yeah.
So I was 10 years also a senior pastor and full-time job, secular job.
Yeah, but I think also God was preparing you, and
of course,
what you were doing then is also being was being put to use for the kingdom now.
All this helped me a lot in today, the responsibility that I have.
Great. And do you want to share a bit about the vision of the Evangelical Church denomination? I know you have a big vision, and it excites us at 10 when we hear about it.
Yeah. Actually, our vision since very beginning is to reach as much people as we can, because the newborn Christians in Macedonia are 0.0 something, I don't know, or in number about maybe 2,000 newborn Christian, which is a very small number. And another vision or DNA that we have, the people that plant our church actually, they bring this DNA to us to raise up leaders and to plant churches in every city and every bigger community. And several years ago, Pastor Mircea was still alive when we decided to start with the vision to plant another 100 churches across the country. Until now, for this more than 30 years, we have about 30 churches across the country, but still there are cities and places without any church or any newborn Christians. So this is our main vision. We would like to continue and to fulfill this vision, and of course, before that, to raise up a new generation and leaders and people who will fulfill this vision.
Excellent. And can you tell us about the opportunities and the challenges of being a Christian in Macedonia? What help us see the picture of what it's like to be a Christian in Macedonia. Is it easy?
Well, it is not easy at all. Not just in Macedonia, but in all the Balkans. When my brother this morning mentioned that the people treat us as a sect or as some new religion, or even the American or English church, and people don't accept us and don't like us at all. I mean, after so many years, for example, for us, after 30 years, people recognize us, who we are, and they see so what we are doing, and everything is good, but still somehow, we are something strange, something new, and it is not easy to be Christian in the Balkan and in Macedonia.
But are there opportunities for sharing the gospel?
Yeah, there are opportunity. Yes, we have a freedom, and we can do that. And of course, we are trying our best as pastors, as local churches. We have a very different projects. You know about all what we are doing and our people, but still it is very hard to reach somewhere for Jesus. And when one new man come in the church in a year, we are very grateful, how to say, happy.
Brilliant. Good. And on one of the earlier videos we had, we've seen several Macedonians on videos, but we saw Emil and Vesna particularly, and you've got a particular heart for raising up young leaders, raising up new leaders, and Emil appreciated everything you've done to support him. Do you want to share more about the program for raising up new leaders and how you're sharing that?
Well, to be honest, no any specific program about this.
Just you have a heart for doing it. Yeah.
Just this is something that God put in my heart, and this is really my heart, to reach young people and to raise up and to not just to raise disciples, but even my son recently told me that you have a gift not just to raise up disciples, but to raise up leaders. And this started many years ago when I heard the voice of God in my heart, make disciples, And then I started with one group in Veles. This is a neighboring city in central Macedonia. And visited a group of about 30 young people, mostly teenagers. And from this group, I recognized one young man. He was 16 in that moment, and he was, involved in this ninjutsu fighting with black leather, and black nails and all these things. But God take him from there and changed his life. And very soon he married, and God connected us, and we start to. He started to visit us in our church, and they stay in our home for more than 2 years. And God raised him, and he is today a pastor of the church in Veles, and also he is he's a vice president of the denomination. And my prayer and desire to reach more young people continue. And somehow God started to send me drug addicts, young drug addicts. And I didn't realize it in the beginning, but I understand later that actually this was the answer of my prayer. You want young people? Here we are. To be honest, I didn't know nothing about how to work with this group. No training, no preparation, no school, nothing. But what we start to do actually share God's love, accept them. We open our house. It's not easy. Even people in the church didn't like that drug addicts come in the church. People didn't want to drink coffee or tea in the church because they're afraid from them. But at the same time, we open our house and invite them for meals, and they sit together with our kids, and we eat together. And to be honest, I spend a lot of time. Robert, you met him in the beginning.
Yeah.
I told him what I will share today before, and he say, Pastor, tell them that you drink a lot of coffee with us. Yes, that's true. And they recognize this, God's love and trust and acceptance, and God changed completely their lives, and they grow. And we have a few of them today are leading plant churches and leading and pastoring the churches.
Do you want to share a little bit more about Robert and his journey and where he is now?
Yes. Robert was one of the worst. He know that. He's watching me now on the live. Yes, most of the rest are afraid from him, But somehow God so much touched his heart and completely changed his life and his character. So he became to be много мек, какво да кажа.
Very soft.
Very soft, very kind, very, very happy, And I can say that probably I spent the most time with him. He stayed in the church for many years with us. And when we actually, the church plant in Radovic was my vision. We start to went there together, and but I know, when you have someone that can continue this, and Robert was the one, but I never say to him, but God was the one who spoke to his heart, and after a while he decided. Actually, it was in the midst of pandemic. To move in Radovic with his family and to continue this church plant. And by the grace of God, for just a couple of years, they did with Krasi a great job. They reach people, and they have a very good number in the church. They gather about 20 people every Sunday service.
Yeah. Yeah, we did see Robert and Krasi on one of the videos earlier, and I visited him in his church, and he is one of the most joyful Christians I've ever met. So to hear that he was not always that just shows the transformation that God's made.
And most grateful. Yes.
Yeah, he's lovely. Ivan, coming to you for a minute. You've now taken on more responsibility in leadership in the church in Stip. Do you want to share a little bit about how that happened?
Yes, that happened before 1 year and 4 months. Like, I came back from Budapest just for a break because I needed to go back to YWAM in Budapest. And one day my dad asked me, "Can I talk to you?" I said, "Okay, yes." And he told me that he had a vision from God, that God spoke to him clearly that he should give me to lead the church. And that was like, what is that now? What that means? I'm 25 years old, I need to lead the church. And I told him that I'll pray, I'll decide, because it's a big step of faith. And I was praying, and I was sure that because it was my call. I left the States because God put on my heart my nation, Macedonia, my people, and He was preparing me in those 4 years that I was abroad to come and to lead, and now I'm leading by the grace of God. It's tough, but it's fun.
Brilliant. Petra, coming back to you, do you want to share a bit about how the connection with 10, what that's meant for you?
Well, Jerry Petrov, earlier today remind me about our first meeting that we have together with you and him.
Yeah.
Actually, before that, I already mentioned that I had a very, very good job and very well paid with all privileges, you know, a car and good salary and everything. And somehow me and my wife decide to make a step of faith. Finally, after 25 years of prayer, it was God's timing, I believe, because God has a perfect time for everything. And when we shared this with Pastor Bircho, the previous president, he said, "I'm happy about this, but I cannot promise you nothing." He told me that I can connect you with some organization 10, but I cannot promise nothing. And we left our job October 2017. And October 2017, 10 organized conference in Sofia in Bulgaria. And we went there and we have interview with Jerry and you, Ken. And after we finished, just brother Jerry remind me, after finish the interview, you ask yourself, shall we support this man or not? And he said, "Look, what happened with this man? He became to be a president today. So you did a right decision, I believe." But in that moment, it was really very encouraging for us because it was really a step of faith. Because we just left our job and we didn't have nothing. Nobody promised us, "I will support you, I will help you," or even when we sit and spoke with our children, the first question of Ivan was, "How we will live now?" You know, he was a director's kid, manager's kid. You know, have a good life, all needs fulfilled, and so on. But you know, you have one expression. I think this is English expression: when God guide, God will provide.
Yeah.
And really God provide that we didn't, our life didn't change at all. I mean, even before, even I have a good, I was well paid, but we try to live skromno, kako se vika?
Good life.
Not good, humbly, yeah. Not to spend a lot of money, you know. And when then you decide to support, in the beginning it was a smaller one, even for 1 year, but was very encouraging for us. And that's how our connection and partnership with them start.
Brilliant.
And thank you so much.
It's been lovely to see your journey. Just as we come to a close of this time, can you share how we can pray for you, for your family, for the church in Macedonia?
Yes, we very appreciate your prayers, and we really need your prayers. You know, when you're more in the top, how to say, and then the challenges are bigger. I read one citat quote. It said, "Higher level, higher devil." You know. And I experienced this because when I became to be a president of the denomination, I didn't know nothing, not any connection and partners and anything. And the amount of money that we have was zero, even minus, you know. And in that moment, I can say that my life completely changed. And also, I face personally, but of course, and as a family, with strong attacks. But you know, we don't give up. We don't do step back. We just trust God, and we believe that God will guide us. And we really need your prayers, yes, to pray for me and for my family. And of course, to fulfill our vision, to reach as much as possible more people. We really need new people to hear the gospel, and also to reach and to raise another new young generation of leaders. By the grace of God, we have some. I'm very grateful to God that my son is one of this new generation. And also he gathered some group. It is not big, but very good group of young people, and I can see the big potential, and some of them probably will be one of the next leaders. So to have people that we can plant 100 churches in the country.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Can I just pray for you as we finish? Yeah.